Welcome back to another Stunt Culture Fast Track Guide. Today we'll be going over the Russian punch run. Welcome back to Stunt Culture. If you are new to our channel, I am Jackson Corkett, and behind the camera is Cody Brown.
Hey guys.
He's our fill-in videographer. Is that what we want to call you?
No, I'm permanent now.
Oh,
Full time.
I've been replaced. Today we'll be going over another punch run variation known as the Russian punch run. The difference between this and the normal punch run is your arms actually drive up behind you. They don't start up. So the tricky part about this one is the timing of the swing and the punch. So when you actually punch for this skill, it's very difficult to get your arm timing because most of the time you want to swing your arms up as you punch. Whereas this, you actually leave your arms down and you drive them up behind you. So a good few exercises to do this is you should have a really strong backward jump with a back rear swing. So your arms stay up, bend and swing up. You don't want to be jumping, swinging your arms up forward. Another thing is setting up some boxes behind you. So arms out in front, swinging up behind you, same thing, trying to get that drive up so you get that lift behind you. It's very, very awkward to swing it behind you, not up. Before you try this variation of the punch run, we do recommend that you have a generic punch run with your arms up tall, like punching up, arms up, and then rotating through. Only because to learn the Russian punch run with the progressions, you don't actually get that breakdown with your hands. You don't actually get to like dive roll, put your hands down, because your arms are lifting up behind you. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a forward roll. So hands down, bum up, head down, push your toes. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Then we're going to do a dive roll. Same thing, bending down, hands out, bend and push, hands, rolling through. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to miss our hands, not put our hands down at all, and then keep our hands down though. We're not going to put our hands up like a normal generic dive roll. We're going to keep our hands down, and we're going to drive our hips up, pushing through our toes, squeezing our core and our glutes. Hands down, push through, pushing up. See, every part of my body just cracks.
I heard a few cracks, yeah. Guys, just make sure when you do this, very important to keep your chin down the entire time.
Super important.
Chin down, chin down, chin down.
Cody would love for me to demonstrate what happens if you don't keep your chin down.
I actually don't even want you to demonstrate this one if you don't.
I'm not going to.
I just want you guys to keep your chin down.
So,
you know it can end bad if I say that too.
Yeah. No, so it's a little tricky one. The reason why I personally like the Russian punch run is because it's obviously a different way that you can do the punch run. So it's just giving you more body awareness, more spatial awareness. It actually really helped me with my Arabian. The way that I learnt my Arabian, I came up, opened that shoulder, turned through, and then hands came down, down beside me and up, mimicking the movement through the Russian punch run, okay? You can do over tuck. There's obviously a bunch of different ways that you can learn these skills. But just for me personally, the Russian punch run really helped me get that rotation and hip drive through my Arabian. That's why I enjoy it, that's why I like doing it occasionally. I do use the generic punch run when I do a normal punch run, step out but it's just a fun skill to be able to do. Gives you a lot of rotation, real fast. Makes you come out real. Just to get that arm swing and get that like drive, we're going to practice jumping. So what I recommend doing is incorporate this into your warm-up, because you'd obviously do your little bounders and you probably do your long jumps, but do you do long jumps backwards? Something I do with my athletes quite a lot is I get arms out, I get them to bend, and I get them to jump and swing up and swing backwards. Okay, so that they're not swinging their arms forward when they jump. This one's really good to A, help you learn to stick it, B, gives you that motion and that range of motion through your arms and lifting up behind you. Because a lot of people don't
through your
do that.
shoulders.
Through your shoulders. Anyway, so practice that. Nice long jumps, swing up and back, sticking, absorbing through your toes and landing. Then once you've got that down pat, you're gonna walk over here. Got some mats stacked up. And you're gonna practice jumping backwards like a box jump, but with that rear swing. Okay, so bend up and swing. You know what? I knew that was going to happen.
So why did you do it then?
Because I knew as soon as I jumped, as soon as I left the ground, I was like, oh no. But we've been doing this long enough, Cody, that I learned. Normally I just look at the camera and be like, how good was that? And then you it's hot.
It's a little warm.
Same thing, big bend, arms up, bang, swing and jump.
Ooh, good
Just
jump.
gonna help that rotation. Now, moving on to the actual Russian punch run. This is the tricky bit that gets everyone. So the steps into it, when you're doing your generic punch run, your last stride, you meet your feet together and your arms come up and you sit nice and tall. With the Russian, your arms are down by your side, preferably turned in. So then what you're doing, you're engaging your core, and as you punch, you're driving up through your toes, squeezing your hips up behind you, and your arms are coming right up behind you, real fast. If your arms don't go fast, you just... Generic punch run. Step, 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 feet together, arms up, and then you punch. With the Russian, arms are down as you punch. So leading through, feet together, and then you punch through there.
Looks kind of awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward. Big thing with the Russian is if you punch and you commit, you probably noticed in that short clip that I just absorbed and didn't actually punch. Because you're in this shape, when you punch, it naturally wants to send you up and rotating. It's got a lot of rotation. The way you do this skill causes a lot of rotation. So I recommend committing to it, or just practicing lightly. Don't put a lot of gumption on it. I'll show you now the differences between the two. Setting with your arms up and then doing the Russian with your arms down. So first one, arms up. Arms up. Punch. Quick workout in there. Leave in the comments below, a genuine question, if you would like me and Cody to put together some like tumbling and stunting workouts for summer.
For comp season?
For comp season, yeah. It'll help us stay fit too, so like, subscribe and comment.
Worst plug ever.
Best plug ever. Subtle plugs are the best plugs. Alright, now I'll show you the Russian. My arms are going to be down as I punch. They're not going to be up, they're going to drive up behind me. You're going to notice there's going to be a lot of rotation on the back end of the skill. So, feet together, arms down, up behind me. There wasn't a lot of rotation on the back end of that skill.
No, there wasn't. Maybe you should do another.
That was good though. If you do struggle with like having a disjointed punch front, as in like you come through and punch straight down, I think the Russian will actually help you a lot. Make sure you go to learn it in a safe environment, so like set up some mats and actually just practice little bounces and punches straight up through, just rolling through your back. So just quickly, learning your punch front, normally I would get athletes to like set up, come up, drive their hips up, hands down, and then keep their hips driving up. The Russians, like, it's tricky to like break it down for like drills. It is, I would class as a more advanced way of doing the punch run, just because it's harder to break it down. You don't get that weight bearing drill through your hands to actually help drive your hips up. You've got to build it up. So you start low with low mats, doing a little pop through, and then lead up, and then you can get mats like hip height, and then just practice coming through, and then leading up through to your back and butt. Okay, notice how my hands are still down. Usually coming out of the Russian, your hands are going to be here because they've let up behind you, and then you can grab in behind. You can slide your hands in front, and then arms come through to step out. But just wanted to touch base on that because it can be a little bit confusing, not going from here through, because it's up, and then it has to kind of come back around. So I'll show you the Russian now. Are you
going to do it just a Russian, or are you going to do it with a step out?
I'll do the Russian by itself, and then I'll do it with a step out.
Cool.
As you can tell, like, it does have a lot more kind of drive through the back end when I commit to it. It is a scary skill, I will be honest. I feel like I have a lot more control because I've done the generic punch runs more.
So make sure you guys are doing those ones first.
Yeah.
Learn those first, and then you can give these a go. You'll probably pick these up a lot quicker too if you've learned. Yeah.
They just, if you don't know how to control them, they do give a lot of rotation, especially on the back end. If you don't know when to like release tension through your arms. So if you drive your arms up and then squeeze too hard for too long, it's gonna send you. You're gonna come out and you're not gonna know, especially because your arms are down. So if you've got all that rotation, to then get your arms back up next to your ears to step out and save yourself, it can be a bit tricky. All right, so just gonna film one more for you guys just to show you it in slow-mo, just to show like what my arm positioning, how they drive it behind me, rotating. And I'm gonna do a round off out of it just to show you the connection between the rotation and getting my arms back up. Yep, I can do it. I can do that for you, Cody.
Appreciate it.
Cody's requested a Russian through the tuck or a full.
Preferably full.
Yeah, cool. So I just want you guys to focus on my arms coming from this back through up before I step out. And that's the Russian punch run, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.